Hey, what's going on? My name is Anthony Vitale, and at this time, I'm being joined by Travis Tabron and Sean Rocket. They're in a band called Varials, and they are from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Their debut full-length just came out on Fearless Records, and it is entitled Pain Again. Fellas, what's going on? How are you?
Not much, man.
Good.
This tour is so awesome.
Thanks for letting me have you, and thanks for having me. So, Varials, from the city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Let's talk about the city of Philadelphia a little bit. A thriving music city, always had a great name for hard music. The home of This Is Hardcore, the home of great hardcore and metal bands over the years. But something different is happening with you guys over the last 2 years. Here comes Varials leading this young, energetic metalcore scene in Philadelphia. What's it like being from a city like that with a great scene, and what's it like going to a hometown Varials show?
I mean, the way it all started was like, me and Trav have known each other since we were like pretty young, like 15 years old. And out in the suburbs, we used to go to like local metalcore shows all the time. And then as we got older, like after 2012, like you know how metalcore kind of just fell off totally, and it was like all hardcore, which isn't a bad thing, because like
Hardcore's sick.
hardcore is sick, but we're not a hardcore band. We like to stick with the metalcore thing, because like there was like when I started this band, like there wasn't a metalcore scene at all, really. Like it was there, but it was like really, really small. And then we kind of it was like I started this band, and a few of the other local metalcore bands that were still around all joined together, and we had this Legion Hall, and we kind of just started playing a lot of shows there.
Yeah.
A lot of bigger crowds started coming, and the whole metalcore thing started to come back again. And then
I can attest to that 100% because
yeah.
I even stopped going to shows, and then I went to see Varials before I was in the band, and the scene was like literally coming back to life when they were like starting to bring it back and stuff.
I'm not gonna say it was like we're not the reason that it's back.
No,
like it's a joint.
It had a good impact in like revitalizing like and trying to rope everybody back into what it used to be.
Nice.
Which is cool.
So what is it like going to a Varials show in Philadelphia?
Aggressive.
It's definitely like it's changed a little bit since back then. It's like I feel like we started to expose kids. Like even like people started bringing kids that never even went to their shows back then, and they got exposed to things like hardcore and all that too. So it's like cool that like we kind of like even brought some new kids around and start going.
Kind of like a gateway band almost.
Yeah.
To start things for other people.
I've been saying that a lot this tour actually.
Nice.
I think it's cool because we're like a metalcore band that's influenced by hardcore, but we don't really listen to a lot of music anyway.
Yeah.
So like, I don't mind being like a gateway band either because the rabbit hole goes like so much deeper, and there's so much cooler, better, heavier bands than us and stuff like that that like all these kids and stuff should totally get into, and will hopefully get into.
Sure thing. So for a lot of people that don't know Varials, or for a lot of people that do know Varials rather, it was sort of this viral video overnight sensation. Now Varials has been a band, like you said, for a couple of years, but didn't really come to the light on the internet until maybe about 2 years ago, where at your EP release show outside of Philadelphia, a friend of yours, John, friendly guy, I've met him a few times, nice guy.
Yeah.
Some people know him as Ducky.
Yeah.
Decided to strip down to nothing but his socks and his shoes and crowd kill everyone at the show.
Yeah.
Turning into this overnight viral video. You're on the cover of, you're on the homepage of VH1.com for a minute. You're on Ridiculousness with Rob Deerdeck. Memes across the internet.
Yeah.
And now a lot of people that didn't know Varials know who you are. Some would even say that you're only recognized because of this incident. How do you respond to someone that says that Varials is the Naked Mosher band?
Alright, so I think it is fair for people that don't know shit about the band to say that makes sense, or to say that is a viable reason as to why they got where they're going or something like that. However, even when that stuff was circulated and it was on Ridiculousness and it was on VH1 and whatever the hell else it was on, we were not the main attention of the video. We didn't get our name posted really at all. There was no like surge in Facebook likes or anything like that. Like no labels or anyone crazy reached out to us. Like we had a management way back then that we had already agreed upon like a month prior to that happening, and then it happened, and then we announced it like the same week. So I mean, I guess it could be seen that like that happened, and all 2 days later we got management, blah blah blah.
Basically, like, to wrap it up, is like that happened. Obviously, that helped promote our EP at the time, but kids now don't even know that happened.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, it was kind of like
It was cool.
it was like a good, like, almost like publishing thing to like oh shit, like they're like, this happened, then kids will be like, wait, that band sounds sick.
Yeah.
Who's that band? So kids started listening to our music, and then over time, like, that's totally in the past
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
So
there's
more
so
than
many
anything-
people that have like literally never even
Like,
Yeah.
they literally like don't know that
like
was a
our
thing that
label and our
happened to us.
manager, I was like joking around with them in a group chat the other week, and they had no idea that happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
So,
didn't realize
like,
that was
that
like,
So more than anything, you would say that that's a standalone thing, like someone getting naked and moshing
yeah.
Yeah.
is its own thing, and Varials is its own thing.
It also wasn't the first time I'd seen that either.
Oh no.
No, yeah, no.
It's
All
just,
right.
it's just funny because,
It's-
like, you know, like, it, obviously
no,
it
I-
helped push the band by all the, like, social media it attracted, but, like,
Yeah, like I said, he's a friendly guy, and
Yeah.
you know, that's
Ducky was getting way more attention and love than
Yeah.
we were when that happened.
for sure.
it's funny because it was like a joke, and he was like, I'm gonna do that, and we were like, no balls, you wouldn't do that, and then he did it.
And then he did it. Yeah. He posted on the event
Yeah.
page like a week prior saying he was going to do it. And I just remember like, I have the mic and I like walk over to the right and like he's looking at me with this stupid grin on his face. And I'm like, don't do it.
Don't do it.
And then I go to the left and like as soon as I come back to the right, he's like already stripping down. And
Shit.
I'm just like, oh my God.
So something that was a good you know, attention grabber,
Yeah.
but maybe the kids at the Wage War concert tonight might not know.
Exactly.
Definitely.
So
not.
very
And like even if it didn't go viral, like we still would have thought it was super funny. Like
Yeah.
if no one videotaped it, it still would have been like one of those things that's just like, wow, that was really fun, really funny thing that happened. Like
Yeah, definitely something.
we
that
don't really
you
hold it
don't
above
see.
like,
Yeah.
wow, we're so glad that happened. Like it's just
Yeah.
one of those things that
We
like
don't-
we used to do or we were around that was
Yeah.
like that was awesome.
Yeah,
So,
we,
so now, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, we don't really get, like, mad when people try to, like, say that about us, because, I mean, we know it's true and what's not.
Yeah.
So now, what about the people that really hold it against you and say this is the only reason why you're big? What do you do as a band to prove that wrong, and what do you do just to you know, rise above it?
We just ignore it. 'Cause
No one's ever said anything that
Yeah.
arrogant to me about it before.
Yeah.
But I can only imagine if someone were to say something like that, I would probably respond with something along the lines of like, okay, well, if that is the only reason that we're getting any attention, anything like that, then why don't we bring him to every show and him do it every single show? If that's our only gimmick to
Yeah.
attention grab, then how come he's not with us for the last 300 shows we played? Like, it honestly was a joke that
Yeah.
went super far.
Yeah.
Gotta
now,
let that, like, doesn't really, it wouldn't bother us, like, it's like I said, like, we know that's not.
yeah, it doesn't apply anymore.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
All right,
Yeah.
moving on. Okay, so now the full length is out, right? Let's fast forward to now. Signed to Fearless Records. Congratulations.
Thank you.
The full length is out. What's your favorite songs? Do you have a favorite song on the record that you recommend?
You go first.
You have one that maybe means a lot to you, or is your favorite?
You can probably start with Abacus.
All right, I would say Abacus is definitely my favorite song off the record. The cool thing about that song is like I had the overall concept for the whole record of how I wanted it to like feel and kind of hit the right way and stuff like that, and I wasn't 100% sure I was going to execute it. And then we ended up doing the whole record. We get a call from management saying that we need a B-side. So
And we're like, fuck.
we're shot for heavy riffs. We're like literally just like we just spent every single day for 10 hours a day writing heavy riffs.
Right.
So I'm talking to the manager and I'm like, if I'm writing a B-side, I'm writing whatever the hell I want.
Gotta
She's
also
like,
know-
fine. I'm like, oh what?
We're huge fans of The Tide by Oceana.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah, The Tide by
So good.
Oceana. So yeah,
Good
definitely.
influence. So Abacus is the the oddball out. Kind of
Yeah.
sticks out. It's the slower
Under
one.
Oath.
Yeah, and Under Oath,
sure,
yeah, definitely.
For sure.
That-
You could hear those old screamo,
Yeah.
vibes in there. What
I-
about you, Sean? Do you
I
have
love
a favorite?
Abacus is definitely a cool song. because even when me and Trav were friends back then, that was like Oceana, The Tide. That was like one of our favorite records.
Dude, we wanted
And
to start
it's
a
kinda
band that
funny.
sounded like that so
Yeah,
bad.
it's kind of funny how they came back and ended up on our Heavy Bands record.
Yeah.
But other than that, I would probably say, what's my favorite one? EDA, I really like that song. I really like the ending. And
I thought you were
the
gonna say
song,
Deliverance.
Deliverance. Sick. The chant thing.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
We like tried bringing back like
The
this.
gang vocals,
Yeah,
sure.
we brought it back.
It's been a few years with that.
Yeah.
We didn't really bring it back, but it's
No,
just-
no.
no,
Alright.
but it's cool. I think it adds like it's only in that song and Anything to Numb we do that little like
Nice.
weird vibe, but I think it adds a lot. It's like Slipknot.
Yeah, for sure. And you have, you know, a couple big guest spots on there too.
Yeah.
You know, Chad from For the Fallen Dreams, classic.
Yeah.
Brian from Knock Loose, obviously, they're doing their thing.
They're so good.
So, now what did you do, Travis, lyrically to take yourself and the band to the next level on this?
Well, like I said, I think I had the phrase "pain again" for probably like almost maybe like 10 months to a year beforehand, but I didn't have the lyrical content for it. I just kind of had the idea, the way I wanted the record to feel. And when we went to the studio, I only had like 4 songs worth of lyrics written. But our producer was like almost like a drill sergeant in the way where he would literally like put me in the booth, and then he would change the colors to like a sexy like purple pink color,
alright.
and I would just sit there and just like zone in
Vibe out,
super hard. And like there's a lot of songs that I didn't really have lyrics for or placement, and I would just kind of wing it. Like Abacus. I didn't write anything for that song. Abacus is one of the more metaphorical songs on the record, and I didn't intend for it to come out that way, but I just thought it was cool that on the drop of a dime, all of this stuff kind of came pouring out that I still am kind of like deciphering. Like I don't really know what
So
a
that
lot of
one-
it means. I still draw like different conclusions from it every time.
So that one kind of runs pretty deep and it's a
Yeah.
little raw.
It's different because I don't know what it means yet. And
That's
like,
awesome.
Yeah.
So it's open for interpretation
Yeah.
for the listener too.
Yeah.
Sean, what about you? For just to wrap it up, what'd you do musically to take the band to another level?
I mean, Travis writes a lot, like 90%, and when we write demo shit out together, I'm always like by his side, like giving input. And I wrote like maybe 2 riffs or something on the record.
Yeah, but they were also heaters.
Yeah, but I mean, he kind of just I just kind of help like give the vibe of the song with Trav to help him like do what he's doing, and then he kind of just throws down like some drums, and I'll go over them and make them all spicy,
Nice.
Whatever.
All right.
And
Yeah,
then
straight up.
it was cool. It was a very cool experience. Like we never thought we'd ever be able to do something like this.
Yeah.
And we went into the studio, and like it wasn't necessarily done.
Yeah.
So we did do a lot of work in the studio, and like our producer Josh helped us a lot.
Damn.
Yeah.
So
didn't help like write anything.
Yeah.
Like I don't want that impression to come off, but like he
Yeah.
definitely like was like.
he helped us structure our song.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
And Sean is also, to touch back on what he was saying, like Sean is definitely like the fine tuner of like the songs. Like I'll come with like the bass ideas and then show the demo to Sean, and then Sean will be like, oh, all right, let me just like throw some spice all over
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
Like,
all right.
Still just a drummer.
And but it all comes together
Yeah.
and it makes Varials.
Yeah.
So just gonna keep pushing Pain again. It's out, and see where it takes you. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're really excited about the reactions that we've gotten.
So far, so good with
Yeah, it's
the
awesome.
reaction.
I have been like desperately searching for people crapping on it.
Yeah.
I've only found like 1 or 2,
Yeah.
which is kind of cool, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. It's only been like a week, so
Yeah.
I mean, kids could end up hating it, but I personally think that this record is like very well-rounded
Yeah.
in the respect of like people who can appreciate metalcore and hardcore and just heavy music in general.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
cool.
it touches on a lot of different vibes.
I feel like a lot of kids who also didn't like our band in the past over like entitled shit is also checking this record
Yeah.
out and they're thinking it's cool.
We're starting to lean
I,
more.
like
Yeah.
that's it's like the thing. That's how our band's always been. Like we obviously have moshie parts, but we're not out here pretending to be something that we're not.
Yeah.
We're just trying to the main goal of this band the whole time was to be
Yeah.
able to be on a record label like Fearless,
For sure.
have heavy shit for kids to hear, because a lot of young kids don't really get exposed to super heavy riffs. That's why this tour's so cool.
Yeah. Sure.
So kids are coming up to us when I was when I was a kid, me and James went to see like a Day to Remember Parkway Drive
Oh,
open,
yeah.
and we were like, oh
Yeah.
Yeah.
like, and that's kind of what's happening at these
Getting that
shows.
vibe now.
I'm
No,
like,
it's
that's so sick.
It's so sick because like Gideon is also like a metalcore band, but they're a little more polished and like
Yeah.
not as like choppy and sporadic, I
Yeah.
would say, or like fight riffy,
Yeah,
I guess,
yeah.
as we are. And then Wage War is like the next stage above, where it's like very polished and very clean cut
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff. But it's cool because a lot of these kids don't know anything about anything heavier than those bands.
Yeah.
So they
A
see
lot
us
of-
and they're like, "Wow, that's so heavy."
The
Like,
funniest thing is people who've never heard closed hi-hat breakdowns.
Yeah, well,
oh
And
my
they
goodness.
act like, I'm like, just a disclaimer, we did not start that.
Yeah, literally.
we did not
Literally.
start that. Listen to like, there's
Left
a billion
Behind,
good hardcore bands that do
million
that.
hardcore
Yeah.
bands.
Yeah.
all right. Well, damn.
Like-
That's something that's been coming up a lot. It's like people be like, "Oh my god, a closed hi-hat breakdown."
Yeah, yeah.
No,
They were
there's
like, "Yo,
plenty
you're
of bands
missing out, man. Like, there's a million heavier
that
ones."
do it way better than us.
Well,
Which is so
I guess
funny.
the concert goers are hearing it for the first
Yes.
time.
Yeah.
I mean,
Gateway Band is cool.
yeah, for sure. And I wish you luck with this new record, and you know, keep it going.
Thank
Keep
you.
it going, and I wish you the best.
Thank
This
you.
is Sean. This is Travis. They're Varials. The record is called Pain Again. It's available everywhere you can find music. Thanks again, and thank you for watching.